位小伙伴，大家好，我是德国之士。特朗普在昨天，也就是5月29日，在白宫发表了重要讲话。今天我花了好几个小时，把他的讲话全部讲话一字不漏地翻译出来，同时打上了中文字幕。因为本人的英语不是特别溜，所以有错误的地方，请大家多多包涵。他的讲话大概持续了10分钟，他不用看手稿，而且一字不漏。是不是他有过人的记忆力呢？其实根本不是，请大家注意看，他每讲一两句话，都会头从一边转向另外一边。大家等一下看看，镜头、画面、麦克风左右两端各有一个像补光灯一样的东西，我估计那是2个电子提词板。他的讲话遣词造句充满了新冷战的味道，不过信息量很大很大。虽然以前他不少场合或多或少说过一些话，但这次是正式外宣，可以说由美国方面启动的美中脱钩已成定局，全方位绞杀中国也在推进当中。他的讲话有以下几个重点：一、中国经济靠偷靠抢占尽了美国好处，美国重要经济领域要做到独立自主。2. 批评中国在南海的过度领土要求。第3，美国国内抗击新冠病毒的非常差的成绩单甩锅给中国。第4，终止与世界卫生组织的合作。我认为中国可以利用这个时机接过这个领导权。第5点，取消某些中国人的签证，这主要是博士后在美国做科研的，说他们对美国科技形成潜在风险。而这个公告也就同一天由美国国务院正式向外公布了。我认为这条对中国的科技科研以及对两国的合作有非常大的后续的影响。公告中表示，中华人民共和国正在行动以获取美国的敏感技术和知识产权，其目的是加强其军事现代化及能力。中国利用学者，特别是博士生及博士后来获取美国敏感技术和知识产权，以加强人民解放军军事现代化，是对美国长期经济活力和美国人民的安全保障的威胁。总统这个公告显示，持 F 也就是学生或是 J 访问学者签证的与中国实施或支持中国军民融合发展战略有关的研究生以上学历的中国公民将禁止入境，持 F 签证的本科生不受限制。特朗普表示，军民融合战略是指中华人民共和国为获取和转移外国技术，特别是关键技术和新兴技术，以纳入和提高中国的军事能力而采取的，或因中华人民共和国要求采取的行动。关于军民融合战略的关键技术包括哪些呢？美国国务院此前也给出了定义，这些关键技术包括量子计算、大数据、半导体、5G、先进核技术、航空航天技术和人工智能。这公告于2020年6月1日美国东部夏令时中午12点生效。第6点是最后一点，取消给予香港的特别待遇，制裁与之有关的中国大陆以及香港的官员。下面就让我们一起来看看特朗普讲话的全文。
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, accompanied by Secretary Steve Mnuchin, Secretary Mike Pompeo, Ambassador Robert O'Brien, Ambassador Robert Lighthizer, and Larry Kudlow.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. Thank you. I'm here today to talk about our relationship with China and several new measures to protect American security and prosperity. China's pattern of misconduct is well known. For decades, they've ripped off the United States like no one has ever done before. Hundreds of billions of dollars a year were lost dealing with China, especially over the years during the prior administration. China raided our factories, offshored our jobs, gutted our industries, stole our intellectual property, and violated their commitments under the World Trade Organization. To make matters worse, they are considered a developing nation, getting all sorts of benefits that others, including the United States, are not entitled to. But I have never solely blamed China for this. They were able to get away with the theft like no one was able to get away with before because of past politicians and, frankly, past presidents. But unlike those who came before, my administration negotiated and fought for what was right. It's called fair and reciprocal treatment. China has also unlawfully claimed territory in the Pacific Ocean, threatening freedom of navigation and international trade. And they broke their word to the world on ensuring the autonomy of Hong Kong. The United States wants an open and constructive relationship with China, but achieving that relationship requires us to vigorously defend our national interests. The Chinese government has continually violated its promises to us and so many other nations. These plain facts cannot be overlooked or swept aside. The world is now suffering as a result of the malfeasance of the Chinese government. China's cover-up of the Wuhan virus allowed the disease to spread all over the world, instigating a global pandemic that has cost more than 100,000 American lives and over 1 million lives worldwide. Chinese officials ignored their reporting obligations to the World Health Organization and pressured the World Health Organization to mislead the world when the virus was first discovered by Chinese authorities. Countless lives have been taken and profound economic hardship has been inflicted all around the globe. They strongly recommended against me doing the early ban from China, but I did it anyway and was proven to be 100% correct. China has total control over the World Health Organization, despite only paying $40 million per year compared to what the United States has been paying, which is approximately $450 million a year. We have detailed the reforms that it must make and engage with them directly, but they have refused to act. Because they have failed to make the requested and greatly needed reforms, we will be today terminating our relationship with the World Health Organization and redirecting those funds to other worldwide and deserving urgent global public health needs. The world needs answers from China on the virus. We must have transparency. Why is it that China shut off infected people from Wuhan to all other parts of China? It went nowhere else. It didn't go to Beijing. It went nowhere else. But they allowed them to freely travel throughout the world, including Europe and the United States. The death and destruction caused by this is incalculable. We must have answers not only for us, but for the rest of the world. This pandemic has underscored the crucial importance of building up America's economic independence, reshoring our critical supply chains, and protecting America's scientific and technological advances. For years, the government of China has conducted illicit espionage to steal our industrial secrets, of which there are many. Today, I will issue a proclamation to better secure our nation's vital university research and to suspend the entry of certain foreign nationals from China who we have identified as potential security risks. I am also taking action to protect the integrity of America's financial system, by far the best in the world. I am instructing my presidential working group on financial markets to study the differing practices of Chinese companies listed on the U.S. financial markets with the goal of protecting American investors. Investment firms should not be subjecting their clients to the hidden and undue risks associated with financing Chinese companies that do not play by the same rules. Americans are entitled to fairness and transparency. Several of the most significant actions we're taking pertain to deeply troubling situations unfolding in Hong Kong. This week, China unilaterally imposed control over Hong Kong's security. This was a plain violation of Beijing's treaty obligations with the United Kingdom in the Declaration of 1984 and explicit provisions of Hong Kong's Basic Law. It has 27 years to go. The Chinese government's move against Hong Kong is the latest in a series of measures that are diminishing the city's long-standing and very proud status. This is a tragedy for the people of Hong Kong, the people of China, and indeed the people of the world. China claims it is protecting national security. But the truth is that Hong Kong was secure and prosperous as a free society. Beijing's decision reverses all of that. It extends the reach of China's invasive state security apparatus into what was formerly a bastion of liberty. China's latest incursion, along with other recent developments that degraded the territory's freedoms, makes clear that Hong Kong is no longer sufficiently autonomous to warrant the special treatment that we have afforded the territory since the handover. China has replaced its promised formula of one country, two systems with one country, one system. Therefore, I am directing my administration to begin the process of eliminating policy exemptions that give Hong Kong different and special treatment. My announcement today will affect the full range of agreements we have with Hong Kong, from our extradition treaty to our export controls on dual-use technologies and more, with few exceptions. We will be revising the State Department's travel advisory for Hong Kong to reflect the increased danger of surveillance and punishment by the Chinese state security apparatus. We will take action to revoke Hong Kong's preferential treatment as a separate customs and travel territory from the rest of China. The United States will also take necessary steps to sanction PRC and Hong Kong officials directly or indirectly involved in eroding Hong Kong's autonomy and just, if you take a look, absolutely smothering Hong Kong's freedom. Our actions will be strong. Our actions will be meaningful. More than 2 decades ago, on a rainy night in 1997, British soldiers lowered the Union flag and Chinese soldiers raised the Chinese flag in Hong Kong. The people of Hong Kong felt simultaneously proud of their Chinese heritage and their unique Hong Kong identity. The people of Hong Kong hoped that in the years and decades to come, China would increasingly come to resemble its most radiant and dynamic city. The rest of the world was electrified by a sense of optimism that Hong Kong was a glimpse into China's future, not that Hong Kong would grow into a reflection of China's past. In every decision, I will continue to proudly defend and protect the workers, families, and citizens of the United States of America. Thank you very much. Thank you.